In this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and finish unwrapping our bed. So I'm going to continue to move from right to left, and I'm going to go ahead and clean this out again by going to Edit, Delete by Type, History. And I'm just going to double click the faces of this pillow, hide everything. Okay. Now what I want to do is, on the Y-axis, I'm going to sort of unwrap both of these faces separately. So I'm going to go to Edge Mode, double click around there. Actually, let's go ahead and go to Face Mode, select all of it. Shift right click, go down to Mapping. I want to planar map on Y. I'm going to move this over here. And let's go ahead and show our seams. So I'm going to go to Edge Mode, double click that whole edge, shift in here, right click, cut UVs. I'm going to select one UV here, control right click to show, hit W and just move it off to the side. Select this guy here and hit W. Okay. Let's see, there we go, hit W. Let's see, it's allowing me to select. There we go. Control right click to shell. I'm going to flip it. Control right click, shift right click and smooth UVs. Unfold out that pillow. Control right click to shell, unfold all this. And I'm just going to stack these on top of each other. We have our pillow here. I want to make sure that the top pillow or the front is on top. I'm going to hit R, scale this down a bit. And again, I'm trying to get all of the relationships to be roughly the same. And I want to be very respectful of my UV space. So because I do have space in here, let me go ahead and drop this in here. And I'm going to go ahead and scale this down and just sort of place it in this box. Now the reason why I'm not terribly concerned with giving this a lot of UV space to paint on is because it's going to be hidden for the most part. Okay. So let's go ahead and select all of these. I'm going to hit W and kind of move it up a little bit closer to that edge. Okay, let's unhide everything. Let's work on unwrapping this mattress. Double click this mattress here and hide everything. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with the pillow. So shift right click mapping, planar map Y. Go to edge mode, double click this edge, control right click, shift right click, cut UVs. Go to UV mode, control right click to shell, hit W, kind of move it off to the side. Select these guys, control right click to shell, flip them. Alright, we know that this guy is the top. So I'm going to go ahead and smooth this, shift right click, unfold UVs, shift right click and smooth UV tool, smooth that out. And because the mattress takes up the majority of the area, I'm going to give that a big chunk of my UV real estate. So I'm going to go ahead and really kind of give it that much room, maybe a little more. Sort of move that in place. And I'm going to do the same for this guy. I'm going to unfold it. Move it down into the box. Sort of line them up. Like that. And you can even try stitching these UVs together. And then go ahead into shell and smooth this all out and see how it looks. There we go. That way you'll have a little bit more luck when you go painting across these UVs. Let's go ahead and scale this thing just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and scale this as well down. So go to shell, scale this up a little bit. Alright, let's go and hide the rest of the bed. And I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this box, which is our base. Same thing, I'm going to select the top. I'm not selecting the bottom here. Shift right click, mapping, planar map Y. This time in this view, I'm going to go ahead and select the edge mode. And I'm going to select this middle edge here. Shift F to focus on this. Shift select this middle edge here. These two. Shift right click, cut UVs, UV to shell. So let's go start UV to shell. Let's go ahead and smooth these UVs out. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and rotate this. Better idea to rotate it this way. I'm going to scale this down. Fit it just below my mattress. Right. Select this face here. I'm going to go ahead and go down by shift right click, go down to mapping, planar map that on Y. Flip that, control right click to UV, shift right click, smooth UV to unfold that. And I'm going to go ahead and scale this down. Rotate it. And we want to make sure that we have the correct edge here. So we got to make sure that we rotate this guy. A few more times. There we go. Scale this down. Now the face of this is probably never going to be seen in my game. So really I'm going to scale this down to about this big. It's fine that it's much smaller. I just want it in the same vicinity. Because again, you're probably never going to see that. Alright, another thing I'm going to do is I'm only going to unwrap one of these legs. Because they're so similar and they're going to receive the same texture and shadow information. So I'm just going to go to face mode and I'm going to select each one of these guys and hide everything else. So with this, because this area is being covered by the wood base, I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Right. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by hiding everything but this cylinder. And I'm going to go ahead and start to unwrap. So for down here, it's an easy unwrap. It's a shift right click, mapping on Y, because Y is our vertical. You can see that line points upward. I'm going to flip that, control right click to UVs, hit it with an unfold. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's broken. We have to weld all these edges. So moving so, moving so. So I'm hitting G to redo that last action. Alright, let's unfold it. Looks good. Let's scale this down. Now, this is so tiny on the screen, in all honesty, it really doesn't matter like how much real estate space we give to that little area. But we want to keep everything kind of close together. So let's do this. And select all these faces here. Shift right click. I'm going to go ahead and map it on Z, which is that direction. I'm just going to go to edge mode, select an edge, shift right click, cut UV, select one of these UVs to shell and unfold, and then just go ahead and use my smooth UV tool. Looks like it's pretty good. I'm going to scale down that leg, place it inside here. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and unhide everything. Let's move on to this guy right here. Again, I'm mapping it on Z. Select one of the edges, cut UVs, go to UV mode, to shell, smooth that out, hit R, scale this down. Again, this thing is so tiny that like the texture space that we give it is really going to matter. Scale this guy up a little bit. I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in here. So I can give these guys a little more space. Alright, and last, let's wrap this little guy here. Just going to go ahead and select this face, map it on Y. To shell, to UV, scale that down. Probably throw that in here as well. Just following through the same stuff, mapping, player map Y. Okay, let's flip this guy to UV. And it looks like, because we have the seams, looks like there's some seams there. Shift right click, and so I'm hitting G to redo action. To shell, scale that down. Player map on C. Let's go ahead and select one of these edges and cut it. Shift right click on UVs. To shell, smooth the UV tool. Let's hit fold and let's just get this guy plugged in. We've got a nice little space right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and unhide everything and take a look at what these faces are. I'm assuming this is the other leg. No, it looks like it's this and our other leg. So we've got to make room in our textures for this cloth. So what I'm thinking is go ahead and shrink this down just a little bit. Go over to the corner. And sort of grab all of these guys. And fill them into these random spots. So here, maybe here. What we can do with this guy is just kind of plug him in here. Again, we're trying to be as conscious as we can with our UV texture space. Okay, and then I can use this area here to unwrap the cloth. Go ahead and fit this inside this area here. Alright, so for the cloth, let's do this really quickly. I'm just going to go ahead and go around our model, selecting each one of these areas, and then map each one. So we're going to map that on Y. Actually, let's go ahead and select these side pieces too. Map that on Y. Okay. Go to UV to shell and just unfold it. Let's take a look at how it looks. It doesn't look terrible, but whenever it has this weird sort of, it looks almost off, or the shape is a little weird. What we can do is we can start looking at actually cutting these. So let's go ahead and select these two edges here and these two edges here. Cut UVs to shell. Let's smooth it out and see how that looks. It's a little bit better. Let's do the same thing to this edge here. Cut UVs to shell. Smooth UV tool. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap the bottom the same way, and then in the next video we're going to take a look at texturing.